Okay, welcome back, and this one we're going to use to provide and inject to solve the issue. So how it works is that we have to provide, and the provide needs to be at the parent level, and whatever children that it's inside the parent can access or inject in this case to that data. So let me just show you. I'm going to go to the app component, which is the parent, and right here is where we have the data. I'm going to go here and bring the provide. There we go, provide. So now what we can do, we just can provide this information. We don't need to create a reactive property. So I'm going to delete all of this, and I'm just going to say provide. Now the provide needs two things. First, the name of what we are going to be providing, and then the data that we are going to be providing. And I guess we're going to call this cars because, it makes sense. So now we are providing cars, and then we are passing the data. So now we just don't need to pass props because the parent, it's providing. I'm going to delete the cars, the props already here at the top. I'm going to go to the children, to the child component, and delete this. And we, again, don't need to do this anymore. I'm going to save it, and now I'm going to go to this component. This is the one that needs to inject the whatever the parent is providing. And instead of doing this, I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to use import, and it's going to be inject from view. And then, of course, we need to get it. So I'm going to say const cars, and this one it's equal to, and then we need to use the inject. And this is why we use the name. We need to say inject what, because, we could be providing a lot of things. In this case, we are providing cars. So we inject cars. Since we are already looping the cars property, this is going to work. We don't need to do anything else. If I reload the application, we get no errors, and we get the Ferrari, the Porsche, and the Fiat. And I made a mistake right here. I guess it's the cars. Oh, it's car and model. There we go. There we go. Now it works. So, this is what we can do with the provide and inject. As, pretty good solution for this problem. We just create something, we provide it, and whoever needs to consume it injects that value, and we can use it. Okay, so let me show you a couple things. What if this data that we have inside the provide needs to be part of the parent? Because right now we had a reactive property and we had it there, but now since we are just providing, we cannot use this data. We cannot use this data within the template of app. Well, you can still create a const of cars and use the reactive just like this, open and close. And you can just maybe chop all of this, and instead of just passing the hard-coded data, you can say, okay, I want to pass as an argument the cars provide that we have right here. The cars reactive property that we have right there. And this will still work. If I reload the application, we are still getting the information. And all of this, and of course, all of this will be still available. I'm not going to loop it. I'm just going to maybe do just print it. I'm going to access to cars, which is this property, the reactive one. And I'm going to access the first one. And then I'm going to say, I don't know, model, just to see, that we get we get access. So if I reload it, maybe you cannot see it. Maybe it's because it's outside of the container. Maybe I'm going to put it right here. So there we go. We get the F9. So, it works. For now, I'm just going to comment this out because we don't need it. Now, can we update, the reactive property and how it will affect all the things that we are providing right here? Well, it's the same thing. If we update the reactive property, whatever is that we are providing will update too, and the children's that are consuming or injecting will update too. So maybe I'm going to go here and just create a function. I'm going to say const, update cars or update car equals to just a function and open and close. And this one, I'm gonna do the same thing than before. I'm gonna access one of the cars and I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna access one of the cars and I'm gonna change maybe the model. And I guess I'm gonna change it to Ford. Why not? Ford. So whenever we trigger the update car, this should be updating. I'm gonna go here at the top and below the cars, I'm gonna create a line and maybe button open and close, and we can say maybe something like update, something like that. And here we are going to be clicking, and when we click, we update the car. And this should be updating the current, the local reactive property and whatever is that we are using to provide. Cool. So I'm going to reload the application and I'm going to click it in 3, 2, 1, and there we go. It changes. Now, the other question is, can I update a reactive state that lives in the parent from within the children? Can I update this from the list.view? Well, not directly, but we can provide a function, just like we did before as a callback. We can provide a function within the provide, and then just call the function and update the state from the app component. So let's say this is the function. We already have that function. Instead of just providing cars, what we can do, we can provide an object with multiple things. I'm going to provide cars, but I'm also going to provide the function update car. So now the child component will get cars and update car, and we are getting it from here. Now, in this case, I'm injecting cars, and we are putting it inside the cars property. Now, an easier way, because now we are providing an object, right? We are providing multiple things. What we can do, I can go here and just destructuring, use cars, comma, and then the other one, I guess it was called update car. So now we have the cars object, and we have that function right here. And if we call the function, we can update the car. I'm going to maybe go outside after the UL. I'm going to do an HR. And right here, I'm going to just create the same button than before. And then this one, I'm going to say update from, and then children. Because, we need to make sure that it's from the child component. Let me go child. And I guess and then we do click. And the function, I'm just going to use it, update car. And this is function, is going to call it, it's going to go all the way to the parent, is going to trigger this function, is going to update the state, and then we're going to see the effect right here on the children. If I reload it and I go update from child, we get the fort, and if we do it again from the parent, this still works. All right, so now the communication between components is a little bit more friendly than just passing props. And we're still, missing how to communicate between not related components at all. These components are related. They have the same parent component, and the data flows from the parent. What if I want to connect maybe a component that lives on cars and a component that lives on user? They're not really related. So for that, we have something, different libraries, like, maybe Redux, that's a library. Or in the case of Vue, we have Pinia, which is the official state management tool or library that we get for Vue. And we're going to talk about that much later.